Alma Bryant High School in Bayou, Alabama, sits alongside Hurricane Boulevard. The school's football team is named the Hurricanes. It's safe to say this community is no stranger to stormy weather and its aftermath. 13 years ago, writer Peggy Denniston and photographer Sheila Hagler put together a workshop to teach local high school students to document their vanishing history. The community of Bayou has long been a melting pot of cultures. Denniston says people from France, Germany, the Mediterranean, and more recently from Cambodia, Vietnam, and Laos moved here to work in fishing and the building of small boats.
The people have come traditionally to take on the menial labor of seafood industry, the hard, back-breaking work.
There was an endless supply of stories for Denniston's and Hagler's workshop students, but when the two began their project, they had no idea their students would soon be documenting firsthand the two most dramatic events in the Gulf's history, Hurricane Katrina and the Deepwater Horizon oil spill.
When we have a hurricane, everybody pretty much knows what to do.
Teacher Peggy Denniston.
You clean up and you get your boats back off the land and into the water if they've been washed ashore. You repair your homes and you go to work.
But this time, with the Deepwater Horizon oil spill, it's different. When you stand on the shoreline of Mobile Sound, just south of Bryant High School, there's no sign whatsoever of oil drilling. It's only on certain clear nights, residents say, that you can see the faint glow from the oil rig's spotlights just over the horizon. But Hagler says this outward calm is deceiving.
The oil spill is a tsunami of economic disaster. It has wiped us out. And I see the children suffering hugely because there's so little money. There's more crime. Their parents are drinking more and turning to drugs just to relieve the pressure.
They feel that struggle daily in the classroom, she says, when students talk about their turbulent family lives in a calm, matter-of-fact tone of voice. Student Tiffany Chim.
It's affected my mom by having less work for her. It is hard to pay the bills. The oil spill means that we can't get any more crabs.
Student Jason Shoemaker.
Because we're struggling right now, and every time we turn to BP, they don't give us an exact answer, and we're barely making it.
But the area's teachers and social workers know that family life on the Gulf these days is anything but calm and matter-of-fact.
I think the old people here deal with it the way they always have. They pull themselves up by the bootstraps, and I'm talking about people over 60. But anybody under 60, yes, the drugs and alcohol. There are plenty of people over 60 who drink, mind you, and drink plenty, but they know how to handle themselves and they work. You go out, you will see a gentleman in a tavern drinking beer, and then if you go on his shrimp boat, he will not have anything to drink for days, because that's business.
Because so many people's business involves being out at sea, Denniston says, absentee fathers are a fact of life on the Gulf.
Very often you've got men that are gone for weeks at a time at sea, and then if the mom is not stable, there's nobody there stable.
I see casinoism cropping up. I see a huge movement of the community is using the casinos in Mississippi as an outlet. It's a family deal. They go over and get their room free. The kids go too. We're going to the casinos. Yay, can't wait till Friday. They go down with their family. They get their room free. They get their food free. They get their drinks free. And then they give the casino all their money.
Many of the students have found a measure of stability through their writing and photography. In an age of digital audio and images, their small portable classroom is a blast from the past. Half of it is devoted to an old-fashioned darkroom where students mix acrid-smelling chemicals in plastic jugs. Later today, they'll take portraits of one another outdoors against a red velvet backdrop with an 8x10 wooden view camera manufactured by the Deerdorf Corporation in the 1920s. The overall history project is titled Merging of Cultures, Merging of Technologies, and Hagler says that there's a method to their retro madness.
Because we like to span 180 years of science right here in this little portable. We show them how photography was invented, how it was discovered, and then we leave that and go right into the more modern technology. Then when they've done that, they have to take that and make a digital movie. They begin to make computer images and stories using their real pictures, original pictures. And sometimes they use other digital pictures that they've made at home in their digital cameras.
When a senior class graduates at Bryant High, the students leave behind a permanent museum-style exhibit of their work in the school's hallways. Despite the wide variety of subject matter, Hagler says there are many common threads.
I see that kids really love their pets. They write about that. They love their papas and their grandmas and people who are extended family members who take care of them. I see stories where children are abused and those stories do not get published. If the child wants to tell the story, he or she can, but we do not publish those. What they're going through is just unimaginable. Really, it's unimaginable.
Until recently, the public could browse through the students' stories and pictures on the program's website. But the web developer position was eliminated, and now Denniston and Hagler are trying to recreate the old site from scratch. They work on a tight budget, they say, and are funded solely by grants and donations of money and supplies. Hagler says they're always looking for new community partners to help keep the programs going.
This community has me in its grips, and I'm not leaving until I go to another plane on some other level. But I'm staying here for the long haul until it's over, until I'm over, or I just hope that we can affect a change and help just one kid at a time. That's what I try to do, just one kid at a time.
I'm Dale Short, reporting from Bayou, Alabama.